This is the Canik Taran Tactical, and then Danny, we have your Glock here.
Yeah, this is a Glock 45 with the Radian Ramjet. So this is going to be a little bit shorter barrel. I wish I'd brought my 47 today. It might be a more side-by-side comparison. But so this is going to be a little bit shorter slide than on the Canik. But it's going to be really interesting to see how the two compensators.
Yeah, because I can see they're similar. The Radian has its much bigger porting.
Yeah.
Than the Canik, but they both have the 2 slots. But that one definitely it's more aggressive. So yeah, let's see. Really, and then what is the difference in? Okay, yeah. So it's about the muzzle. I mean the comp distance.
Yeah, it's going to be so difference in a Glock 19 and a Glock 17 is really the difference in the slide here generally.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So we have the Mantis put on here, and we're gonna both put one magazine through each pistol, and we're gonna see how we do.
Data, see how they perform.
So all right, let's get to that. Oop.
All right, here we go.
All right, just a quick shout out. This is my buddy Todd's Canik Taran Tactical pistol. So thanks for letting us use it.
Yeah.
I think I know the answer.
Do you?
Yeah. So going off a feel, what do you think?
So I feel like this one's a little bit more violent.
Okay.
But I felt, and it may just be it's my gun, but I felt more control here.
I felt more control in that one too.
Did you?
Yeah.
It doesnn't feel like it's dancing on me. It's going right back to 0.
Yeah.
I felt like it was a little bit more control, but I think it's a shorter muzzle. I feel a little more recoil here, but I don't know. It feels more, it's easier to control.
So recoil as in like back pressure, because I can feel it in my palms.
Yeah.
But the muzzle rise and the flip seemed a lot more controllable to where you were going back on target. But this is something that's kind of odd. There was tons of times where I'm like, this one felt better.
Yeah.
And then once we look at the data, you're like, what the?
That happened to me the other day just on a spring change.
Yeah.
And I felt like this spring is way better. And then I looked at the data. It didn't make
not so much. So, yeah. So a lot of times our mind kind of plays tricks on us. So we'll look at the crunch the numbers. That's your gig.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll get all the data over to you. We'll look at them side by side.
Cool.
See what happens. We can talk about it from a side-by-side money standpoint, right?
Okay, yeah.
So if you're gonna get the Canik, that's gonna come in around about $1,000, right?
Yeah. So if you're getting it with the sight, yeah, it's around. You can get it for $900 with their MeCanik sight that has on in here.
All right. So to get a Glock set up like this, you're gonna spend $600, $650 on a Glock.
Yeah.
Right. Then you're going to spend $300 or so on the comp.
Yeah.
but then you're gonna have to get the sight. So you're probably bumping a little bit right in the same realm, depending on where you're bargain shopping and things.
Yeah.
Within $150
yeah.
2 guns.
So yeah, so with both of these, so because with this, it's not just the comp, it comes with its own special barrel, because
in the barrel,
there's cutting ports in the barrel. Same with the Canik. So this is a whole barrel and port setup that you're going to have to additionally purchase, whereas this comes with it
Radian Ramjet with afterburners.
Yeah. So price wise, this is your better bargain.
Correct. And you're not making any changes or any modifications to that gun. Where this one's there's been some modification. Now, worth mentioning, not that this it matters on the recoil side of things, but the Canik trigger out of the box, infinitely better than a Glock trigger out of the box.
It's probably for just like a base gun, even if it wasn't the Taran Tactical, Canik probably has some of the best striker fire triggers out of the box than any other brand.
Yeah, and I also like that it's a wide trigger. It feels good on my finger. That dingus, I hate that word, but that trigger safety on there is wide. It doesn't feel like it's something bugging you on the middle of your finger like it does on a Glock. Now on this, because I don't like Glock triggers.
Yeah,
I like to play with Glocks and I like to build Glocks. So this is one of the Johnny Glocks triggers. There's a plug for you, Johnny. How you like that, buddy? So this is one of the Johnny Glocks triggers, and this is my everyday carry.
Yeah.
But so that's a modification that would have to be made to a Glock to compete with the Canik side by side for sure. You would have to upgrade the trigger as well. So you're definitely bargain for the money. Would lean towards the Canik.
Yep. All right.
Cool.
Okay. All right. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Kind of botched that one. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Any other small YouTube channels out there that are in Arizona? So we're in the East Valley, Mesa, Gilbert, Santan Valley, Florence, Casa Grande, whatever it is. If you guys want to come out and shoot with us, man, we'd love to have you, and we'd love to start collaborating with a bunch of us. So
yeah, heck yeah, hit us up. It'll be fun. We'll put some different guns on the table, get some comparisons. Be good stuff.
Okay. All right. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later.